Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Jess, hi. How you doing? Everything Tech, what's up? What's going on? It's a little vapey in here. But yeah, so let's kick the tires and light the fires, shall we? Pretty much open discussion tonight. So basically, the chat is going to dictate where we're maneuvering through today's live stream. But I did want to share something with you guys. I posted this. I posted this maybe like an hour ago, but I'm going to get the answer to it. So I posted on Twitter or Twix, whatever I call it. Jeremy, what's up, man? Welcome in. So I put two photos, okay? And we're gonna share this so you guys can see it, and I'm gonna let you guys decide here too, real quick before I reveal the answer. Let's see. Do that. And we'll pretty much do it like that. So these are the two photos that I posted. Okay, here's the first one. This one I call option A. Right? So you guys take a minute to just kind of mull it over. And then this is option B. Okay, so we have option A, we have option B. I'll cycle through it one more time. This is option A. This is option B. You guys pick right now, which photo looks better to you? Option A, which is this one, right here. This is option A. And then this is option B. I'll kind of remove the chat overlay so you guys can see it better. This is option B. Option A. Vote in the comments. Vote in the chat right now. Which one do you guys think was better? A, which is this one right here, or B? There's no right or wrong answer. Don't be shy, everybody. Come on, pick a vote. A or B? Which one do you think did better? I'll reveal the answer of what phones took these photos. I don't want to give a hint to the two phones that I used, because then, you know, that just like, yeah, I just want to see people's opinions. Unbiased, straight up, which one looked better. Don't try to figure out what phone did it. Just be honest. Which one did better? This one right here, option B, or option A? This is option A. All right, Jeremy says option A. Jeremy likes option A. Okay, so I got option A for you guys right there. That's this photo. I'll swing it back over to option B. This is option B right here. B as in Bravo. Come on. Only one person's going to answer. Don't be afraid, everybody. Go ahead. Just chime in. Which one did better? A or B? Pick one. Again, this is A. This is B. We're giving it 30 more seconds, and then I'm gonna answer this of what took what photo. I think you guys will be shocked. Everything Tech says that this one right here did better. Okay, so Everything Tech chose A. Okay. The reveal will happen in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for the reveal, the phones that took these photos was the Google Pixel 7 and the iPhone 11 Pro Max are the ones that I used to take these photos. Option A is the Pixel 7. And option B is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Jess says B. All right. Now, from friends that check this out, a lot of them liked A, but felt that the light on the top corner right here was, they just felt like it took away. B had better pick. Yeah. What's up, B-Tech? So a lot of people just didn't like this upper right corner, but they did like the detail of the grass, the bushes, the car. But most of my friends chose option B because it didn't have that overglow up here. So you can see like the leaves and everything. And the purple was more purple than blue, which in realistic life, this is the actual color of the light bulb in the street. Like more of a purple hue to it. So a lot of people chose option B amongst my friends. iPhone 11 Pro Max took option B's photo. Do not go on Twitter and start saying it, all right? I want to let other people get a chance to answer it. Well, I just wanted to ask this quick question with everybody here, just to get your guys' response and everything like that. So, anyways, Ricky, what's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, so like I said, tonight's open discussion, whatever you guys want to talk about. I just got back took the family out to dinner. Picked me up this really cool pop socket for my Pixel 7, my favorite Pokemon Gengar. I mean, those that follow me that know that I play Pokemon Go, you guys know that Pokemon Gengar is my favorite one. I mean, I have the shirt, I have a hat, I have a little action figure toy. Now I got a really cool pop socket. And I like these pop sockets because you could just easily interchange them out. You can just take them off and put them on on a different one. But yeah, anyways. You can stay right there. I'll have more samples of photos taken between the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Pixel 7 and Pixel 4 XL coming later on this week. This week's gonna be really hectic. My wife is going in for surgery, so my anxiety is kicking in. My wife is she's trying to have me be chill about it. You know what I mean? Going through bariatric surgery changes your lifestyle and everything like that, but I don't want to get too emotional on this live stream, so that's why I'm on this live stream, is to kind of occupy my mind. Still working on the update review for the Pixel Book Go. I haven't left it on my bed. I was using it earlier, but tonight I did swing by Best Buy. I gotta put in this code later on. So I picked me up a little cheap Bluetooth keyboard. Got rid of the one that has a wire and everything. Makes it easier for me to position my microphone and go to a little Bluetooth mouse. But just buying this little combo kit at Best Buy for only $20. I got 3 months of YouTube Premium free. I guess if you buy this keyboard, it comes in this. Hold on, let me reach. I'll show you guys the box. The box is very generic. It just looks like this. So like a wireless keyboard and mouse kit. It tells you right there. It's Best Buy Essentials. Yeah, only like it's like a cheap one, only $20. I don't know what the brand is because this is hold on. I don't know who the actual manufacturer is. It just says Best Buy Essentials, so I guess it's Best Buy's generic brand. And they probably commissioned like some company to make it for them, but I don't have much information on that. I have to like do research to find out. Yeah, it was like $19.99. You get the keyboard, you get the mouse, you get batteries for it. So batteries are included. And, you get a code on the receipt for, what's it? 3 months free. YouTube Premium. Yeah, I paid cash. I don't have to worry about any card info. I was like, wait, did I pay by debit or I paid cash? So, it makes it easier for me to just... Must be Best Buy branded. Yeah, it's Best Buy branded. That's why it's called Best Buy Essentials. Little cheapy, but I gotta tell you guys though, the key, like I was typing up an email earlier. The keys and everything feels cool, and I don't know why I did that. No, I don't want to customize the logo. What the hell was it doing? Just like it feels nice. It feels really nice. Let me delete that. That's like bunch of weirdness, but works out great too because I don't have a lot of cables on my desk running to my PC box or anything like that. So yeah, tonight I mounted the camera different. Now it's up higher. I usually have it like on my desk aimed at me, but I have it put up higher. And for being like a little cheapy mouse, it actually feels comfortable in my hands though, like where I can rest my thumb and just kind of move the mouse, click where I need to click. It's pretty decent. So I still have my other wireless mouse. I just have it turned off right now. This was the one I was originally using. That I thought it was kind of comfortable. It has some side buttons on this one. I wish I could pair this with that, but can't. This one doesn't have any of the side buttons like this mouse does, so it's a little different. Yeah, sometimes I like it up here. Sometimes I like it below. It just depends. Just depends on, Oh, you love your new PC? You had it for a year, but the graphics card went out? Wow. So you got to get a new graphics card for it? What type of graphics card are you considering getting? No, it has a USB receiver because my PC box it's an older Dell model, and so it doesn't have Bluetooth built into it. So it does have like a Bluetooth receiver that plugs into the USB port. Oh, you got another one? The RTX 4070? Nice. Yeah. Eventually one day I might get into PC building. When I have a little bit more money, and then I can build me a PC, and it'll probably do a whole lot better for live streams too if I build it myself, of course. Oh man. Let's see. So how's everyone doing on the Saturday night? For me, it was a little bit of a slow day. I mean, I did watch Elimination Chamber, but I'll get with Mike on the wrestling podcast later on this week to kind of just go over the matches and how I felt about it. Maybe tomorrow. Now it's fixed. You can start your live stream up again. Cool. When's the next time you're doing a live stream? Oh, March 1st, 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, I'll be sure to catch it. Your off day. Some pre-built gaming PCs are good. Yeah. It was kind of funny because, like I said, like Best Buy is a grown man's Chuck E. Cheese. Just switched from USM GSM to Warp 5G. Damn, Verizon totally sucks in terms of network speed. Really? Like, you don't have to give like a specific area, but what city are you in? Gonna bring a great show. As always, you bring a great show. Topic is 5G advanced. So you're stepping into the new territory of 5G, right? It was good. Work today. Finished the chamber match after work. Yeah, I watched it today. Matches were decent. Yeah, they were. I'll save it. I'll save it for our podcast later on. You know, my thoughts. Save it for the podcast. So I'm not giving it away. Philly, Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Yeah, over here where I'm at, it's not half bad. Verizon's not half bad here. A couple times that I've been to Vegas, Verizon's been a bit better. 5G advanced will blow everybody's minds. I'm sure it is for a lot of the telco heads out there, definitely. I'll make this fake 5G look like 3G. That's crazy. Kind of funny though. But anyways, I was at Best Buy, and they had those one-up arcade cabinets set up for Mortal Kombat 2. And I was watching. I should have recorded it. I would have had a fun video to share on social media, but I was watching my daughter and my son battle each other on Mortal Kombat, and like them trying to figure out how to do certain moves. Like I was telling them, back low punch for Scorpion's his kunai spear, and they were like, you just see him like just back and forth shaking the joystick and slamming on the low punch button. I was like, oh my god! I was like, just back low punch. Yeah, they were trying to figure out the schematics of playing Mortal Kombat 2, and then they played it, and I had to tell them that Mortal Kombat 2 was one of the cheapest games ever created, because the setting for the computer is like, it was set to just always cheat. Like if anyone's never played Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade, you guys may have remembered, like the very first combatant you fight, it seems like a regular Mortal Kombat matchup, right? But when you get to the next person, the computer pretty much like predicts your hits, right? So like if you try to, you know, like throw Sub-Zero's ice ball to freeze him, right? Like it knows as soon as you begin your combinations. And I saw a YouTube video talking about it, and then the game developers even said it. It was set up that way to get kids to pump in more quarters. So right when you're about to like do the joystick action to begin creating Sub-Zero's ice freeze attack, as soon as you start the motions for that, the PC pretty much knows you're going to do that. So it's already like, I guess, picked out its counter, whether it's going to jump and kick at you or block. It's already ready to do that. It's made to be like that hard. So it was funny watching my kids play Mortal Kombat 2. It was the funniest thing ever. I should have took a video. My son was getting, my 8-year-old son was getting pissed off at the game. Just noticed Warp 5G is not ultra capacity. Will make sense now. Yeah. I mean, the network that you chose with US Mobile, was it the T-Mobile side or the Verizon side that you chose? Your first Mortal Kombat experience was on oh, okay. So you had a Sega Game Gear. I had a Sega Game Gear. It was so cool to like show it off to my friends in school because they had Game Boys. And then again, it was kind of hard to show that off because, yeah, you know, Sega Game Gear had color screens and a little bit better graphics than Game Boy. But man, did my friends ever like rip me when they're like, all they needed was 4 AA batteries and I needed 6. 3 on each side in the back panels. So Yeah, that sucked. But you know, Sega Game Gear is pretty awesome. Your Galaxy Watch 6 arrives, or your Galaxy Watch 6 Classic arrives. I'm still I'm still using the Pixel Watch that you pitched in on, Ricky. I love that watch. Not the best battery, for sure. Not the best battery, but I work with what I have, and the overall experience is good. Just battery is like the atrocious thing on the Pixel Watch. You're playing World of Tanks on your PC? I've never played that game. I never really played much games on PC. The only games that I run on my computer is just emulated, and they're PSP games. I had RetroArch installed so I can play like any game that I downloaded the ROM files. But I really don't have time to really sit down. Like even with the games that I have on my PC right now, I really don't have time to sit down and play any games. Like there's just so much stuff going one after another. Like this year, the end of 2023 was a pretty shitty year for me. The end of it. Trading your watch for? Trading your watch for? Samsung gives you $130. I'm always sketchy about doing trade-ins because I see some of you guys post about you trading in devices, and even like some of the other content creators I watch, like Chris Perillo. I know one time he traded in a device to Samsung, and they tried to tell him that there was an issue with it, and so they were going to end up charging him the full price for like the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And he had like a whole cluster bomb with that. It was just really bad. That was on US Mobile, T-Mobile, and then switched to Warp 5G Verizon in hopes of better signal. GSM was consistently losing service after some inactivity. Wow. That's crazy. I haven't been on US Mobile for like a couple of months. I tried them out, porting a number over to them, tried them out. I think it was for like, was it 90 days or 30 days? Something like that. With the old graphics, I got 30 frames per second with the GTX 3060. Oh, okay. So it's even better. So like, what's your refresh rate now with the new graphics card? Are you hitting like 144 hertz? Oh, 100 frames per second. There it is. Wait. Now it's 100 frames per second. Oh, okay, cool. Samsung tried to fuck me last year. Yeah, I know a lot of people got that. Glad Chris is starting to vlog again. Yeah, Chris Perlo's vlogs. I'm glad he's doing those, I'm glad he's doing those. I'm glad that he's not an Apple fanboy like he used to be. Chris Perillo's a little bit more down to earth now, right? So like, not everything Apple does he worship. He gives favorable fair reviews, right? For a time he used Google Pixels. He liked the Google Pixel 4 XL. Then when it crapped out, he tried OnePlus. He was okay with it for a little bit, and then he moved on to Samsung. And now he's, with the Samsung Galaxy Ultra series, like he likes those. So that's I have more respect for Chris Perillo now than what I did 10 years ago. You have to take pics of proof, and then they can't charge. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Maybe you should do a video about that, Ricky. I mean, you're well experienced in trading in a device to Samsung, so maybe you could put together something for people out there to kind of like, little checklist for them to do before shipping off their device for trade-in, so that way they don't get screwed over. That would be a really cool video. Like I can't do that because I don't have that experience. I don't trade in my devices. I know some people are just like, why do you save these devices? You can trade them in and get something else. I don't want to trade in my Pixels. My Pixel phones, I like bouncing back to some of the older ones, just using them for nostalgic feeling. So that's why I don't get rid of them. I think him and his wife got it. Really? I don't think they did, because I don't see her in some of her vlogs, but I don't know. That would totally suck if they did. It would be news to me because Chris Perillo doesn't put his marriage out there, even though his wife has been in his vlogs. They don't really put their marriage out there. I know that they're the type of people that are down to meet other creators. Like if you're in their neck of the woods, there was a guy that I used to watch his channel, but he stopped making YouTube videos. Um, I forgot what his last name was. His first name was Roberto, and he was an albino Puerto Rican who did talk about tech, mostly Boost Mobile, and he moved from Puerto Rico to Washington State. And when he was there, you know, one of his favorite bloggers and tech bloggers was Chris Perillo, and they actually met up. It was pretty cool because the guy did a vlog on his channel where, you know, he took a couple of trains in Seattle to get to the area, and then he met them at a coffee shop and had coffee with them. But since then, his channel's been taken down. Like, he took his channel down, and so, yeah. I'd like to meet Chris Perillo one day. If I met him, it'd just be a marathon. I would chop it up with him with Star Wars. I know for a fact that dude knows more about Star Wars than I do. Yeah, he mentioned something about being a single dad on the channel. Oh, no shit. Damn. Damn. Yeah, remember for 1 year, 1 month? Oh. Yeah. You know, doing this YouTube is really hard. It's really hard because sometimes you don't want a lot of your, like, you may not realize that you're sharing too much of your personal life, you know, on YouTube, especially, you know, when you keep the dynamic with your, you know, people call them fan base. I call you guys friends. And I think that's what makes it a little bit weird. And that's why, like, sometimes I can be comfortable opening up a little bit more about myself. Oh, you've been a member on my channel for 1 year, 1 month? Nice. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I tend to forget that, you know, that this is YouTube, right? And when I chill with something like this, you know, just a late night chill and just, you know, just talk whatever, I tend to forget, you know, that this is YouTube. So it's like, to me, I don't look at this as a live stream right now. It's like being like in a, you know, in a Microsoft Teams chat or, you know, one of those types of things. So, you know, Chris Perillo keeping his life kind of like private in that sense. Maybe, you know, yeah, maybe he dropped a hint here and there about being a single dad, but not really, you know, making a video about being heartbroken if he was, or, you know, divorce or whatever, you know what I mean? Tend to kind of forget that, which is kind of like why I slowed down on social media. I don't post as much on social media as I used to. I'm trying to just stay in the real world sometimes. Yeah, you don't want to share too much of your personal life. Like, trust me, Mike. I will never tell anyone where we buried the body. I'm just kidding. Okay, no, so YouTube doesn't take that seriously. That was a joke. Probably a bad joke. I don't want to get flamed up on YouTube and reported to the FBI. Yeah, where is Carlos? Gotta get canceled here? Yeah, I know, right? FBI knocking on my door. We would like to know what was that reference to, and, you know, watch it just like so happily that something happened in this city that they've been investigating, and then they think that I'm part of it now just because I just made that one bad, tasteless joke. Now I wonder what Carlos has been up to. Me and Carlos don't talk as much as he used to before. I haven't really been, I need to get connected back with people again, for sure. But, like, yeah. He shared his milestone. As far as I know, Ricky, um, me and Carlos should be okay. I don't know from his end. It's just he and I haven't really talked much. Um, the past year of 2023. With a lot of the stuff that he went through, and then like I seen what he posted on Twitter, and I see him, he's like selling stuff and everything. Like, hey, there he is, and selling his stuff. Like, I didn't bother him at all, just because I figured like he had things to take care of, things to do, you know. Yeah, but I mean, just on the real, right? Like, if people are going through some stuff, I won't bother the person. If they want to talk, then they'll let me know if they want to talk. But like, if they don't, if they got so much shit going on, they need to focus on things. I'm like the person that doesn't want to be a distraction. So, but y'all had supper last night. What did you guys eat? Where'd you guys go to have dinner? So was it steak and scallops? Yeah. Shout out to Zero Cool and his scallops. I need to move out to Vegas. I mean, I'm staying one more year here. I was gonna move closer to my dad, but an opportunity. Whoa, did I freeze? Yeah, I froze, huh? Hang on. What happened? I know, and it got me at the worst place. Hang on. Can y'all hear me? Just to be sure. Oh, you guys can still hear me? Okay, because I can't see this thing over here. That's like showing if it's emitting sound or not. I know that my camera for some reason went down. Hang on. Let me relaunch the camera. Okay, let's see if this works now. Okay. It was actually the thing that I used for a camera. The whole camera thing went down. So gotta hate these things. And you know what really sucks about technology? When shit like that happens, it catches you in the most compromising facial expressions, like or something, It's just like, oh my god. Sound is working. Cool. I'm glad you like Vegas. Yeah, my son he graduates May, so I have a lot of that going on. I got to put together like a graduation party for him. Family is going to be coming in for his graduation. He's graduating from Coding Academy High School. So he's graduating with his high school diploma, and he's graduating with a degree in cybersecurity and in software development. So he's going to be set. Right now, we've just been like super busy because, I have Arizona State University that, sent a letter that basically congratulated him and an acceptance to go to ASU. Grand Canyon University reached out. There's also a couple of colleges across country that have accepted him, based on his scores for his testing and based on, the things that he does. So right now he's been busy. So like, my oldest son, he makes family very proud. He goes to high school, maintains his grades, right? His GPA is 3.7. Then, on the weekends, he works at a grocery store, as a courtesy clerk. During the weekdays, he's in an internship program, but he's paid. It's a paid internship. He works for Department of Safety here in Phoenix, Arizona. cybersecurity team. So he works with them. So working 2 jobs and going to high school. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm super proud of him. Like, there's always something new that he comes home and he talks to me about, things like that. So, got the graduation thing coming up. Here, there's a statewide test that 3rd graders have to take in order to move to 4th grade. So, my youngest son, he has a graduation ceremony going from 3rd grade to 4th grade, right? So we have him. My youngest daughter is graduating out of elementary, and she's going to middle school. So she'll be in 7th grade next year. So we have all that kind of going on for the rest of this year. Yeah, it's and then because of the opportunities that have landed in my lap, basically. I mean, there is a move that's happening, but it's moving from Central Phoenix to North Phoenix. So eventually doing that. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right now I'm just more focused on my wife and like, I'll just be honest with you guys. Like, I'm fucking scared. I know, that, I mean, she's very optimistic. So she's like, the surgery is gonna be fine. She has to check in at 8 a.m. this Wednesday coming up. The surgery procedure begins at 10:30, and then she'll be in there. They hope that her recovery time will just be like an overnight, and if she's doing good and the pain is bearable for her, they'll release her to go home Thursday afternoon. But I've been I've been in my emotions. I've been emotional because I've been through like five surgeries my life. I know there is that risk, right? And yeah, it's a robot that's going to be operating on her, and then the surgeon's going to be basically like in the control of the robot, but the robot's doing like the incisions. Like I said, she's having bariatric surgery for health reasons, health complications, and everything like that. And so a lot of things is going to definitely change for her. She's a little bit nervous too, because coming out of that, she has to be on a liquid diet for like 4 days, and then she can eat soft foods again, but it's only like chicken and like steamed vegetables, no starch, none of that stuff. And throughout the rest of her life, it's going to be that way, and like, because she's going through that. I love my wife very much, so I told her that I'm gonna do the diet with her. Like, I'm gonna stick to that diet, right? So I'm cutting out rice, I'm cutting out all these starch stuff. I'm sticking mostly to like high proteins, vegetables, some fruit, and that's just the way that it's gonna go from this point forward. Of course, it's gonna be a dramatic change for her, losing weight and everything like that, and of course the health complications that she has. It's gonna die down. As a matter of fact, she started a vlog channel. Like, I'm with her on that. Which is out of the normal because she doesn't like being on camera, but she wanted to document her change. So yeah, we're gonna be vlogging together. So we have a channel together. We haven't really started much videos. I put maybe like 2 videos on the channel just to have something up there, but it's mostly like her. And then we're gonna be doing live streams together, just doing Q&As with people that follow it. So yeah, no soda, no, none of that stuff. Not even she's giving up drinking. Like, she hasn't had an alcoholic beverage in like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I know, Mike, you already subbed. Yeah, I have faith that it's gonna turn out okay. It's just, I get a little nervous with surgeries, with hospitals and stuff like that. So my anxiety has kicked through the roof. You know what I mean? But overall, it's gonna be a very good thing too. Like, right, was it the other day? Because we started, getting back into our routine of hiking in the morning. So we go hiking early in the mornings, and then we come home and we kind of work out at home. So like, I do my strength training with weights and stuff like that, and she does a little bit of like yoga and stretching and things like that at home. And the other day, I jumped on the scale. Now, last year, probably the end of summer last year, I was about 181 pounds. Last week, I weighed myself. I'm 165 pounds. From my doctor and my doctor visits, right, with my body mass index and everything, at my height, I should be at about 140, between 135 to 140 pounds. So I'm at 165 right now. So I'm making some pretty good gains. And then, like, it makes sense why a size 36 doesn't fit like slightly loose. It fits really loose now. Like I'm able to fit into a size 32 pair of jeans. Size 34 is loose. Size 32 is snug without a belt. So I'm not only just losing the weight, but I'm also like, my frame of my body is going down too. Yeah, I'm 165 pounds. My height, I'm 5'4". So I'm not a tall person. I'm short. I think Carlos is taller than me, if I remember correctly. He takes a 31, 32, 2-inch waist. Nice. Ricky used to be 285, and now you're down to 155. Yeah. Today your waist size is 34, so we're about the same waist size then, just about. So I could wear a size 34, and it'll be slightly loose. So if I put my phones in my pocket, my shorts will drop on a size 34, pair of pants or shorts. Size 32 is snug. That I can wear without a belt and put my phones in my pocket, and nothing will fall. Mill Hustle's a 6 foot apparently. One day if he decides to bring his ass out this way. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I'm following the same diet that, the dietitian had told my wife she's going to be on after the surgery. There's a lot of things that she's not going to be able to do anymore with bariatric surgery that she's having. She can't take ibuprofen anymore. Of course, they advise that she not really drink alcoholic beverages anymore at all whatsoever because she will get drunk really fast. On that too, like, her stomach's going to be a lot smaller, right? For me, I'm just like, I told her, like, don't worry if her attitude or things change, right? Because like some people that are plus size get down to a smaller frame, and I told her some of your friends might think that you're acting different, because she's gonna be fitting into smaller clothes. She's gonna have a little bit more confidence. I mean, that's for sure, right? Like, us as humans, we can't really like move past that fact. A lot of people want to be humble and they don't want to ever change, but your attitude does kind of change, and people are going to respond to you a little bit differently. That's just the way it is. They say don't ever judge a book by its cover, but that's technically what humans do, is judge books by covers. So, and I told her, like, I'm not worried about it. If her mindset changes and a lot of things, because a lot of her body's internal chemicals are going to really switch up, right? And the way that she thinks is really going to change. And I told her, like, if me and her don't mesh well together afterwards, like, hey, it is what it is. But I'm not going to focus on that. Like right now, all my wife knows is that I'm 100% supportive behind her. Like, not even my insecurities am I letting her know about, like my worries about the surgery and everything like that. I don't want her going to that with that on her head. She's nervous herself because this is the first surgery that doesn't have to do with pregnancy that she's going to have. Because like she's like all our babies, she had C-section, right? She never had she never gave birth naturally. It was all C-section because her first, like, my oldest son, and he's not actually my biological son, but he had to be a C-section, emergency C-section, because he was such a big baby. So because they did that, every birth she had after that was all C-section. But this will be a surgery that does not have to do with pregnancy that she's gonna have. And like I did a ton of research online about it, right? So it's like they're gonna make like 4 incisions across her stomach, and there's these things that go inside, and they're gonna do the other day we had the surgeon actually called and on speakerphone. We talked to the surgeon. The surgeon explained what she was gonna do. Besides doing the actual procedure of removing 70 to 80% of the stomach, if there's any hernias that they find, they're going to close them up. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. course, the surgeon's like, unfortunately, I can't be in the room with her in the recovery room afterwards. Like, I can't stay the night with her. So she's over there freaking out because I'm like, in case they need to call me and I need to be there for something, like, I'm not going home. Like, my oldest son, he's 18, he's an adult. He's going to watch my younger ones for me. I'm going to be there, during, while she's having the surgery. I'll be in the recovery room when she comes out. But once visitation hours is over, I'm going to the parking garage. I have an SUV as a car, right? A Nissan Armada, spacious. So I'm going to put all the back chairs down, make me a little makeshift bed, and I'm going to sleep inside the SUV overnight at the hospital. So I'm close by in case, anything, if they call me with any type of emergency, I'm right there. I can just run inside, get up there to the top floor where it's going to be at, and just be there, right? I don't think anything's going to happen. I think the surgery's going to go smooth, and I think she's going to come out just fine. My wife, she's tough as fuck, so I don't even expect her to stay an additional day. I mean, when she's had the C-section surgeries, we went home the next day. Like, she can handle pain to a degree, and she's tough as fuck. She's only like 5'1", but gosh, she's a fucking little firecracker. You know what, Mike? I actually would consider doing that if I didn't. If my kids were all grown up, they were all adults out on their own. Yeah, I might do that one day. But I'll be old as shit though. But I'll still do it that way, to live in your car type of thing. But I can't do that right now. Not with all my kids. Fuck, CPS will come down on me quick. Yeah, I watch a lot of those channels that people live. I question one dude that lives in a fucking Honda and how he took out the back seats and the passenger seat and made it to a makeshift bed. In the backseat area, he made it into a makeshift office, and he has these things set up to cook his food. I'm just like, all that in a small ass car. Like, I could probably do it in the Armada. The Armada is a bigger vehicle; it's an SUV, so definitely can modify that thing to live inside of it. But can't do it with my kids. Yeah, surgery's no joke, man. I mean, even if they're very optimistic about the procedures, things can go wrong. And that's what I'm worried about. But I just don't want my wife to worry about it, so I don't convey my concerns. And right now, her and my son had to do laundry, so she decided to take the kids' laundry, and they're doing laundry late at night right now. It's like 11:06 p.m. They're out there doing laundry. I decided to chill here. I put this Bluetooth keyboard and everything together on my PC and got rid of the wired one. So, yeah. It's a Best Buy cheapies essential keyboard. It's actually quite nice. I like it. I like the keys though. The keys kind of remind me of the keys on the Pixelbook Go. They're not as quiet as the Pixelbook Go's keys, but they're very soft, like soft touch. Like, not the keys themselves, but just when you push on them. They're soft. They're not quiet. They're soft. They get a nice give and a nice response. Yeah, eventually I'll give this up too. I know I've been saying that for years. It's really, nicotine's a very strong addictive drug. But I do want to give it up though. There's a lot of things that I'm kind of excited for. I'm kind of excited for for this new way of eating. Because even though I've been working out, I've been going hiking, hiking up the mountain. I hiked South Mountain. We found a new trail that's on the west side of Phoenix that we're gonna hike one day. Yeah, I'm just excited for that. Except for the coyotes. The other day we were hiking our normal trail on South Mountain, the T-Bone Trail, off of 19th Avenue in South Mountain area, and I spotted a coyote. Like that day, normally I don't wear my glasses. My wife always pulls my ear because I'm supposed to be wearing these pretty much all the time. They are prescription. They are prescription lenses. Just because diabetes is taking my eyesight. And that day I was wearing them, and I spotted a coyote up the trail, and I told her about it. She's like, she didn't see it. She's like, "Are you sure it was a coyote?" She's like, "You don't wear your glasses very often, so I don't know. Maybe your blind ass saw something that looked like it." And I'm like, "No, it was a coyote." And so we got up the trail a little bit more. We were starting to go more up the mountain on the incline, and there it was, maybe about 30, maybe 40 feet up the trail. But then by the bushes there were 6 more, so I was like, okay, yeah, we gotta turn around and go back. We're not gonna continue going all the way up. If it's one coyote, if it tries to come at you, holler, make some noise, grab a rock, throw it at it, you're good. 6 coyotes? No, I'm not gonna chance it. Um, yeah, you guys got coyotes in Vegas too, man. And but see, like I felt bad because there was this guy hiking the trail. He was like maybe like a good like 5 minutes behind us. So we were coming back down the trail, and I ran into him. And he had both of his dogs. He had a border collie, and I don't know what the other one was. It was more smaller. But I was telling him like, hey, just FYI, there's a pack of coyotes up there. So he was like, oh, thanks for the info. But he kept going. And so when I got a little bit close to the parking lot where we parked at, and I looked back up the trail, I seen him start to come back down. So he then freaking like took me serious about the whole coyote thing. Diabetes pills cause blindness, kidney failure, and your legs to be chopped off. I haven't taken any diabetic medication in almost 2 years now. I had stopped. That was initially what was and I still have it from time to time. So the whole neuropathy pain in my legs, I have it from time to time, but it doesn't flare as much as it did when I was taking metformin, pioglitazone, and these other pills they had me on. Once I stopped taking the diabetic medication, a lot of the pain kind of went away. But the damage to my eyes is already done because my vision has been going a little by little since 2019. So. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people to stop doing that. That's why I gave it a shot. I still have the pain every now and then. It still kind of flares. So it's a real hard thing. Basically, you really have to just kind of be careful with the amount of sugars you eat. Yeah. So it's been a cool minute since I've taken any medication that has to do with diabetes. What I really mostly do right now is just drink a lot of water. A lot of water. I do watch what I eat to a degree. I mean, every now and then I may have me like, something sweet. Or I try to really hold back, like I cut back. I'm not eating a lot of rice, not eating a lot of starchy stuff. Yeah, all natural stuff. Yeah, going for that. I mean, it's pricey, but like they say, you got to pay to play, right? A lot of these foods that we have are overly processed. You know what I mean? In the words of our homeboy Sneed, bread should not last a week. Like real good natural, bread should not have a shelf life of a week or more. It makes you wonder, right? And you look at stuff like like a lot of people tend to just want to go to McDonald's for their dinner every day of the week, right? Like fast food once in a blue moon, fine, but when you take a cheeseburger from McDonald's and it can go literally, and I tried this test out just for the fuck of it, but you can get a cheeseburger from McDonald's, right? Keep it wrapped up in its little wax paper wrapper and put it in your room on a desk. That burger will sit there. Okay, it's not going to be good to eat, so I don't say eat it. Don't eat it, but watch it. See how long it takes for it to actually grow its first mold. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be around the 4 to 5 day mark that you'll actually maybe see the first mold grow on the bread. Food shouldn't do that, because I remember back in the day, bread would go moldy really fast. But as they add more chemicals to try and preserve the food for longer, remember, you're eating that, you're putting that into your body. So just stuff that the dietitian that talks to my wife was sharing with me, and it sticks in my brain. Like, oh my god, you buy stuff in the grocery store and you're like, the ingredients list is like fucking 50 things on it, right? The ingredients should not have more than maybe 4 or 5 ingredients items. Like Tabasco sauce is basically vinegar, vinegar, cayenne pepper, and something else. There's only 3 ingredients in Tabasco sauce. Well, yeah, it is because the pharmaceutical companies, they make money. What was it? Like my daughter was talking to me about it one time, and she's like, "Why do people take like so much medication?" And I explained to her that the pharmaceutical companies are not in the business of curing your sickness. They don't want to cure you of your sickness. They want you to be able to live with it, to manage it. That's how they make their money. That's how they become wealthy companies. So rather than curing diabetes, if they could ever do it, they would just rather you live with it, manage it by giving you these medications. And I told her, when you actually look at medications that you take, there's so much side effects, right? Like to cure a stomach ache, you can have stiffness in joints, stiffness in muscles, like irregular heart rhythms for taking this medication that's supposed to, cure your stomach. Like you look at all these things and you're like you gotta pick the lesser of two devils. Like heartburn medication, it's like it prevents heartburn, but will cause nausea, diarrhea, and all this other stuff. And then you're like, do I want to deal with heartburn, or do I want mud butt and have to run to the bathroom every 10 seconds? So now my daughter understands in the medical field, because she was interested in that. She was like, she wanted to save lives. I'm like, doctors could save lives, but if you're going into medicine is not their primary goal is not to save lives. Their primary goal is to make you live with your condition. So you continuously have to keep getting the medicine. Either you're getting it through government medical, which means that everybody else that pays taxes is paying for your medical. They're still getting paid. Yes, I do green tea pills. Beets, chews, grape seeds. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of the things that she won't be able to take anymore. Like chewable vitamins, my wife's going to be able to take. As a matter of fact, my wife is stuck taking all these different vitamins for the rest of her life after doing the surgery. But yeah, but she can't do gummies. She has to do chewables or like the capsules. She can't do gummy vitamins anymore. She can't drink out of a straw anymore after the surgery either, just because of like air pockets they'll create. So a lot of things she's not going to be able to do anymore. But it was her decision. She wanted to do it. She tried different methods throughout the years, and she lost some weight, but she's not getting to where she needs to be. So she chose to do this. And all I can do is respect her decision. I had high blood pressure when I took the diabetes pills. It makes your blood turn to gel. I would think so. Like this cheapy fitness smartwatch that B-Tech gave me a couple of weeks ago. I have it here in my drawer right now, but this thing supposedly reads your blood pressure. So last time I used it and I checked my blood pressure, it was like 116/85 or 86. You feel great? Yeah, my dad drinks green tea and apple cider vinegar a lot. Yeah, I mix a little bit of apple cider vinegar in some water, and I drink that. My wife looks at me, she's like, "You're disgusting." I'm like, but apple cider vinegar helps with inflammation, right? So if you have inflammation in your body, it will help with that. I drink a lot of green tea, both the Arizona canned green tea, which is not the healthiest, but also like I brew a hot pot of water and have green tea that way. I mean, I keep my little teacup on my desk. Shout out to Visible for sending that to me years ago. He said it's been helping with knee pain. Yeah. The watch is working okay. It's just I don't like the companion app. The companion app pisses me off, and then the watch faces pisses me off. And it's not that I don't care that I can't put additional watch faces on this watch, but it's so easy to change the watch face. Like you don't even have to long press on the screen and then choose. You just swipe left or right and it changes the watch face, and I hate that. Other than that, it's functionalities as far as reading my blood pressure, reading the blood oxygen level. The workout mode, I use it when I go hiking, so that's always great. Turn on workout mode and click, select walking and then walk the trail. And it's pretty accurate. Most human bodies are acidic, so drinking alkaline water. Gotcha. Oh man. So I've still got a couple of more things to do. Just got my kids a bunk bed. Well, I got a bunk bed frame, so I got to go to the mattress store and buy 2 new mattresses for it, so they have that. And then like I buy a new bed like every 2 years. So we just got ours. We got a new full size with was it a 3.74 inch memory foam padding at the top pillow area. So we got memory foam on it. Feels really good. I sleep like a baby on that mattress. I've been actually really getting some good sleep lately. I've really noticed a huge difference. So like when I wake up in the morning, I have a lot more energy than usual. That's just I'm actually getting decent sleep. Like I'll put this watch on and I'll go to sleep. I'll track my sleep and everything. And like for a week straight, I was getting about like 7 hours and 50 minutes to 8 hours of sleep. But like my actual deep sleep was anywhere from like an hour and 40 to 2 hours of deep sleep. And then there wasn't any like interrupted sleep, like, my breathing didn't change or anything like that. So I maintained a good amount of time to sleep and get rest, which makes all the fucking difference because I feel like super hyper in the morning. Sometimes I go take my dog for like, a quick walk so she can use the bathroom, By the way, where's my little German Shepherd? She's not little. She's my German Shepherd. I don't know if Carlos ever comes down to Phoenix, he'll meet my new dog Velvet. He knows my other 2 little Chihuahuas, but he's never met Velvet yet. That reverse osmosis 5-stage adds pH to 9.4. Makes water taste good too. Nice. Yeah, I think like one of the hardest things to get, as you get old, and like it's crazy too because as you get older, you require less sleep. At least that's what my dad tells me because like at his age right now, he's gonna be 74 this year. I think my dad only sleeps maybe at most 5 hours. But average is like 4.5 hours. So, I mean, if you can sleep like 4 or 5 hours and get up and be energetic for the whole day, that's cool. You can get a lot done. But they even say that too, right? Like even like the wealthiest people, they say if you watch the wealthiest person, they don't sleep very long. Ricky sleeps 5 hours a day. Yeah. A woman needs more sleep than men. I would say so. My wife can sleep if she really wanted to. But this is really going to help her out too, because that's one of the things that she's trying to get rid of is sleep apnea. My wife can sleep maybe like 12 hours, wake up and have no energy. So this is one thing that this is one of the health issues that she's, correcting with this bariatric surgery. Yeah, I know why you was laying low. You try to get 6 to 7 hours of sleep? Yeah. Lots of energy. I can walk 10 miles a day now. That my health is good. Yeah. Anyone that does have type 2 diabetes, I'm not a doctor, so you don't have to copy me. But I agree with Ricky. The moment that I stopped taking all these medicines that my doctor was giving me, the better I was getting. I feel 10 times better than what I was feeling back in 2019. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah, I can say that those medications for diabetes, for type 2 diabetes, does more harm than good. It works against you, for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, I know, man. The time's going by pretty fast, dude. Shit, in the blink of an eye, we're gonna be at the end of summer, getting ready for my favorite holiday, Halloween. Oh hell yeah, man! You definitely take some photos and videos and stuff like that when you guys go hiking Mount Charleston. I know that this summer it's hopefully the heat's not as bad. I mean, with the whole El Nino thing going on and how it kind of just made things a little bit weird with the weather, especially like during New Year's, man. Oh my God, driving back from Oklahoma, it was crazy. I don't know if I still have the photo. If I find it, I'll post it on Twix. But um, we had to pull over because of the fucking snowstorm that hit New Mexico. We had to pull over and wait like 4 hours for the snowplowers to get out on the I-40 and push that snow out the way. There was a car that sped past us when it started to drop snow, and I felt bad because I was like, man, that guy's an idiot. He can hurt somebody or hurt himself. And maybe about like 24 miles down the interstate, when we were about to pull off and stop and just wait it out, his vehicle had wrecked and his vehicle caught fire. Because when we were passing it, the fire truck, emergency people were there. They had put out the fire, but you can see like, the scorch patterns of the flame on the where the windows to the door was. You can see like the black soot from like the flames bursting out. So not only did he crash and wreck into another vehicle, but his vehicle caught fire. Yeah, lots of rain in the Southwest, especially California. Had that freaking atmospheric river just dump water all over them, which was much needed, right? You know, considering the fact, you remember when Carlos was covering, was it Lake Mead, and how it was drying out. I don't know where the levels are at because I seen people post YouTube videos of Death Valley having its lake again. Like a guy went out to Death Valley, California, and there's a lake. So, yeah, the Southwest got a lot of moisture. Still snow on Mount Charleston now. Cool. Yeah, I like snow. I prefer snow than heat. I know it snowed a lot in Arizona too, like on the outer areas, right? Like in Star Valley, it snowed. Um, Up in Prescott, I think it did. Um, of course, Flagstaff up that way, up by past Flagstaff, going towards the Grand Canyon. I know it snowed a lot out there. Um, yeah, the only place I didn't get snow was Phoenix. I know people would shit their pants if it snowed here. People would drive like shit in the rain here. So imagine if it snowed. Oh my God. There'd be accidents on every block. Downtown would be fucking gridlocked traffic just because of accidents. Yeah. I mean, when I drive, I sound like I have road rage because people drive stupidly. People do like a full-on stop at a yield when there's barely any traffic going through like a freaking, like a four-way circle. It's like, people drive like shit. Defensive driving, that's what I want to do. I want to promote a defensive driving program and teach motherfuckers in the city how to drive. No disrespect to many of the Phoenicians here, but damn, there are people who just cannot drive. They suck. Especially when it rains. When it rains, oh my God, they go from like, they'll be driving. So like on a sunny day, if like the speed limit's like 45, people here be going like 55, 60 miles an hour down that road. The moment rain drops, they go from how fast they're going on a 45 zone, dropping all the way down to 25, 30. You can live in Vegas and then open up a school here to teach people how to drive, Ricky. They are so bad. And then some of them forget that like the most slickest time during an event of a rain is when it first starts to rain because it lifts all that oil on the ground. So you'll hydroplane. But if you know how to correct the fishtail, if you know how to do that stuff, you'll be all right. people just be... Why is my son screaming? They drive nuts there in Vegas too? Yeah. Good thing about Vegas, though, especially when you go out to the Strip, is a lot of the stuff you're going to be doing is walking. Yeah, oil and water don't mix. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe this summer I'll go out to Vegas. Just like sometimes I just like to just get in my car and drive somewhere. So if I have the time and everything like that, and I can take the time off, then yeah, I'll probably just go up that way. Yeah, maybe something just me and my wife can do. Maybe for our anniversary. Our anniversary is in June, so maybe we'll just go up that way for like a weekend. I know she and I want to go to Hell's Kitchen to eat, and she loves steak. And I think by then she should be cleared by the dietitian to start incorporating red meat again, just a small amount. Which I think is gonna be cool as fuck though, because like if we do go out to eat, I told her like the cool thing about it is that since she's not gonna finish like what they serve at restaurants, we can take it to go and she can break it up into like 3 meals, because she's gonna be eating small amounts. Like she showed me what somebody that goes through that type of surgery, what they end up eating as far as appetite wise. And like my eyes tells me it's a small amount. I know that's probably the correct amount the human body should eat, especially if you're not very active, like you're not out there hunting for your food, you're literally just going to the grocery store and buying food and stuff like that. Then really, the amount of energy you burn and physicality that you're doing, you really shouldn't have that big of a meal. Oh yeah, I need to go to Lake Mead and check and do an update. Yeah. When you was doing storm chasing and you was doing all the other stuff on Lake Mead, bro, like hell yeah, I was watching a lot of that. I enjoy your videos when you do that. I enjoy all your videos, to be clear. But I was enjoying that because it was different than what you normally talk about on your channel. It was just fun just to see the sights and see the stuff you were showing us. You're draining it hard to keep Lake Mead up, which is sad. Native Americans need power for their power. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would like to meet you guys too. Like I wanted to go up there for CES, but yeah, this year it just wasn't in the cards. I was kind of hoping to go out that way. I know there were a couple of other people that went up to Vegas for CES and they had like an Airbnb, and they were telling me to come up and they would let me crash in one of the rooms there. I'm like, nah. Like, not that I didn't trust them, it's just that I didn't have money to spend like that. I'm not gonna go live off people, so if I went, I would have to give them at least something for the Airbnb room and to pitch in on groceries and stuff like that. So I just didn't do it. But like one day, I guess if everyone can get out to Vegas, Steve can fly out to Vegas and everyone goes up that way, then yeah, it's something that like I'll definitely be there, to meet everybody. You eat 2 small meals a day? Yeah. The best meat is in Boston Market, frozen dinner for $3. It's yummy, good for you and healthy. I never tried that. Well, like Boston Market, like the restaurant, I know a bunch of them closed down here in Phoenix. I used to go there, for like their half chicken, with the fixings and stuff like that. It was really good. Really good roast chicken, but they closed a lot of them down here. I know that's something that my wife definitely is going to stick to. She said that once she's on a good recovery path, she doesn't want fried food anymore. I was like, good. No more fried food. So we'll do good on that. No fried food. Just Oh, they have frozen meals? I didn't know they had frozen meals. I thought they were just only a restaurant. I would for sure love to do that. I'll double check. I'll look at my stores and see if we carry them here. I do know that like some restaurants do like put their stuff in grocery stores, right? Like White Castle puts their burger sliders in the frozen sections at grocery stores. And, TGI Fridays, they put their stuff. I've never seen Boston Market, but maybe I just wasn't looking. Right. Okay. I'll double check. My wife works for Albertsons, so I'll double check. Have her look for me. I know she goes to work tomorrow. She's supposed to have her day off tomorrow. but she decided to take some shifts for work because her surgery is on Wednesday. So her last day of work is on Tuesday. Wednesday starts her leave of FMLA. So she'll be out for 4 weeks. I was making a joke with my wife. I'm like, are you sure you're going to handle those 4 weeks? Or are you going to be crying to go back to work? Because 4 weeks with me, I drive my wife crazy. Like, I love to joke around and everything like that. I'm a very comical person. And so I hope she can survive me for 4 weeks. It's a good portion. Tastes so good. Just add garlic powder and onion powder to it. Okay. If I find it, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. I know that this Monday night we're gonna clear out the pantry of a lot of junk crap that we've bought that's in there. We're gonna get rid of it. So that way when we come back from the hospital, I know we gotta go stock up, and there's a farmer's market that sells like broth. They make the broth themselves, and so we're gonna go pick up a couple of jars to eat. And like I said, when she's on her liquid diet, so am I. I'm not touching an ounce of food and just doing just broth itself. Eat 2 a day and I will lose weight. Yeah, but I mean, there's some stuff that I'm gonna prepare at home, natural food and stuff like that. I've been just like grabbing a bunch of recipes of different things, because when she does get to her soft food, which is like after 4 days of liquid diet, she's going to be on soft foods. Chicken, turkey, fish is really what she can eat, and she don't really like fish, so it's going to be mostly like chicken and turkey. So I was just like looking up like different recipes with vegetables and seasonings that we can play around with, just to like have our soft food meals together. Yeah, I want her to succeed, because I know how passionate she is about doing this. And like, I'm not going to be a fucked up asshole and be like, okay, babe, here's your beef broth for today, and fucking have me like a burger or something. Like, no way. You know what I mean? Like, I want her to succeed. I want her to get through it. Yeah, I'm actually, I have her almost there. She's at the cusp of the edge of just saying, fuck it, let me try some seafood. Like, I've been talking to her about it, So I've been telling her, like, there's certain fish that you can cook that doesn't smell like the ocean. I told her, just give it a shot. So she's thinking about it. And yeah, I am going to start with some salmon. I know ahi tuna doesn't really have much of an ocean smell. When you first catch them, they do, like the bluefin tuna. Of course, when you get it out of the ocean, it's going to smell like it. But when it's butchered and, you pick it up from the butcher shop that they have over here, it doesn't really have much of an ocean smell, especially after you cook it. So yeah, I'm trying to get her involved in that. I know she was pissed off because 2 days ago we were running around paying bills, and we stopped at Panda Express to get lunch, and so she got an egg roll. They said it was a chicken egg roll. They mislabeled that motherfucker because that was shrimp, and she ate half of it. She gave me the other half. And like, I bit into it, and I'm like, this is shrimp. And she's like, she looks at me, she goes, what? What's wrong with it? I'm like, nothing. It's just, it's an egg roll. I didn't want to tell her, because like, if I told her it was shrimp, then she would, placebo effect, mentally, she would have got herself feeling sick. So tonight, we went out to have dinner. We took the kids out to go have dinner tonight. And I broke the news to her that the egg roll had shrimp in it. And like, she was like, it was chicken. I was like, yeah, they mislabeled it. It was shrimp. And I was like, I told her, this confirms that you will eat shrimp and like it, as long as you don't know what it is. And she gave me the I will set you ablaze right now look. Like, I felt my soul just being sucked out of my body. She gave me that death glare. And the reason for that is, funny story I'll share with you guys. I know she's gonna kick my ass when I share you guys the story, but when she was pregnant with my older daughter, one day she and I went to this famous, mom and pop restaurant, a little small in the ghetto place, and they made really good fried rice. And so we went over there because she was craving it. and she got beef fried rice, and I got shrimp fried rice. And so we went home. Like we ate some of it there. We took the rest to go home, and I put them in the refrigerator. And we watched the movie together. She was feeling tired because during her pregnancy with my oldest daughter, she had a real bad complication where she couldn't keep food down. It was why my oldest daughter was preemie born. So we took a nap. I woke up and I see my wife. She was watching SpongeBob SquarePants. I remember it so fucking clearly. And she was just munching away on the fried rice. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we got leftover fried rice. I'm gonna go grab mine. And I went to the refrigerator and I opened the refrigerator and I grabbed the box. I was gonna put it on a plate, warm it up, and I looked in the box and I'm like, this is beef fried rice. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I went back to my room. And she was just munching away, all happy, carefree, big smile on her face. I'm like, hey, babe. I'm like, so you like the fried rice, huh? She goes, yeah, it's really, really good. I'm like, I'm glad you enjoy it because that one's mine. And she stopped and she looked down and she saw bits of big shrimp. And I'm like, how did you not notice when you were taking scoop after scoop with the shrimp? Like, I still remember it so clearly. Her face was just like, fuck. I'm like, you like shrimp? You like seafood? She's like, I don't fucking like seafood. We argued for like the next 5 minutes playfully. But I was like, you ate. So this confirms it. She ate half of a shrimp egg roll and enjoyed it. So as long as she doesn't know. So now I know I can fuck up, some great ass recipes. And I don't mean mess it up, but I can get down on some great ass recipe food with shrimp. As long as I mask the shrimp or hide its form and not tell her that it's in it, she'll fucking eat it. Thing is that if I do that, I can never tell her that it was shrimp or she'll kill me. But I'm happy in the fact that she's willing to try some seafood. So that's good. But I have I think 38 different recipes. So I can always change it up for her. I know the only thing she wants to make sure she can get back to is at least having some steak. 2 or 3 ounce steak. And she'll be a happy camper. Or the way that I cook steak for her, she really enjoys it. Some swordfish? Swordfish doesn't have that smell either, huh? I heard some people say that swordfish is another one that doesn't have that fishy smell. So if there's fish that don't have that fishy smell when you cook it, I'm sure she'll probably eat it because it's that smell that grosses her out. I think one time I made a Filipino dish that involves using milkfish, and that fish is very smelly when you fry it, and she threw up in the bathroom. Okay, cool. So that's another one. I'll keep that in mind. Swordfish, salmon. Ahi tuna's okay. Doesn't have that fishy smell. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just whatever fish you recommend, then I'm not even gonna have to question that, because if you don't like the fishy smell, but that you'll eat swordfish and salmon, then I know that those things don't have that smell because you're eating it. So then that's something that I could probably prepare for her. Yeah. So my wife, she's a picky eater. And her family makes fun of her because she is Mexican. Her family loves spicy food. My wife hates spicy food. She does not like spice in her food at all. That could change too. I know one of the reasons why, because it gave her a sore tummy. But maybe this corrective change to her diet, her health, and everything like that, maybe she might tolerate some spice. Who knows? Well, yeah, that's probably one of the benefits of living out there in the Key Islands, right? Fishermen that are willing to give you because they don't want to waste that fish, right? If no one buys it or if they're not able to sell it, they're not going to throw it away, so they'll give it away. So yeah, of course, that's probably one of the that'd be a good place for me to live, actually. It not counting the economy and prices of everything, but to move out to the Keys because I can eat as much. Because I'm a big lover of seafood. I love seafood. My wife knows that. The way to my heart is seafood. So she'll cook it. She'll make me shrimp. She'll make me crayfish and all that. But she won't eat it with me. Because I told her one time I wanted to make a seafood spread. Get some, get some reindeer sausage. Get some red potatoes, corn on the cob, some crayfish, crab legs, and just do like a nice seafood boil and just throw it on the dinner table and just dig in. She wasn't down for that. Oh yeah, so they took care of you for taking care of their stuff. The keys are too expensive. Had to move to Vegas. Yeah, I think a lot of places. Hopefully this year everything turns out better, right? Hopefully this year we have a better person in office, and hopefully that person won't have that much resistance and will be able to fix a lot of the crap that we're going through today. Because inflation is bad as hell, really bad. I saw a news clipping where a lady was like, she's fighting to have minimum wage in her state brought up to $50 an hour. I'm like, you out your mind. Well, $50 an hour seems good, right? I would love to make $50 an hour. Hands fucking down. But the problem with that is that if that's the labor cost of businesses are forced to increase the price of their product to compensate for the labor they're paying out. Why do people don't understand this formula? That's something that just boggles my fucking mind. I was like, over here, like in my state, everyone's like, yeah, we want it. We want $15 an hour minimum wage. A lot of places started doing that here. McDonald's, Jack in the Box. Yeah, everyone's happy. $15 an hour. One of my friends was like really for it. He would always argue with me about like, no, man, we take so much shit. We need to be making $15 an hour. It's hot in that fucking kitchen. And nah. I'm like, watch, dude. You're going to get your $15 an hour, but you're going to lose hours. And he used to work 8.5 to 9 hours. Now he has to fight hard just to get additional like 3 hours a day. And he's scheduled 4 hours a day now. So he's only making $60 a day. And I told him that's what happens. If you increase the amount of labor payout, the company has to make money. And they're not wanting to be fair. No fucking company in this country wants to be favorable. They don't ever want things to be fair. Okay, and everyone else that says they should be fair can say that from the seat that they're sitting in my opinion. But when you're running your own fucking company and you're making residuals off your idea, your business, I'm sorry to say it. You could disagree with me, but you too will become greedy. When you see all that money you're making, you're a multi-millionaire. You're going to want to be a multi-millionaire to just, a multi-100,000er? No. Because people that are multi-millionaires set a life where the expenditures are, they're crazy for us, but to them, it's their enjoyment. They're not going to want to cut things out of their life just to make ends meet because they're paying out more in labor. So what they're going to do is they're going to raise the price of everything they're selling. What used to be $5 will now cost you $11. What used to be, 99 cents will now cost you $2.99. You go into a store. I remember when like fucking, little 20-ounce bottles of soda used to be 99 cents. Now they're fucking $2.79 a bottle. It's called payroll taxes. It's robbery. Yeah. Well, yeah. That will bankrupt every business because of payroll taxes. Yeah. What people don't understand is if your job takes $300 out of your check for taxes, your job has to match that $300. It's called payroll taxes. It's robbery. It's the reason businesses can't survive in America and compete with China. Yes, that's true. I learned all this stuff. I learned all that stuff from my wife, and like what she does as a manager. All that stuff she talks to me about. So I've learned a little bit more about that. That's why I know, like, when someone says that minimum wage should go up, like, I agree that certain jobs you should be paid more for it. I agree, but then I don't agree to do it because the outcome is just going to hit everybody, including you. Like everything today is fucked. I don't know what prices are in Vegas for food and stuff like that. I can tell you what they are here, right? I can tell you that if you're going to go get a two pack of T-bone steaks, maybe like, about a 2-inch thick slice, is going to run you about like $70 just for two slabs. Pork is no longer a cheap meat anymore. Pork, 5-pack of pork steaks, maybe like an 1.25 inch cut. Those things run you about like $17 for five pieces in that pack. They used to only run like $5.95. They've gone up. Food is cheaper than the Keys. I'm happy, but still high. Yeah. When I was in high school, gas was 88 cents. A candy bar was 25 cents. One hamburger was $1.09. One pack of hamburger meat was $1.99 per pound. It ain't that anymore. Hell no. One of those big ass logs of fucking ground beef that's like maybe at best an 80-20 ratio. And those things basically run you about almost $40 here. Now that's just like the processed stuff, right? Now just imagine if you decide to go like, what do they call it? I can't even think of the name right now. That's how late it's getting. Oh, what the hell is it called? But basically like the natural food. Oh shit. The all natural food with no pesticides, no preservatives, all that organic stuff. The organic veggies and stuff like that. Oh my God, those are like super expensive. $1986 was a great year. I wish you can go back to it. I would have been 4 years old in 1986. Man, I remember gas way back then. Gas was like $1.02 point something a gallon when I was a young kid. My mom's pack of cigarettes would only cost her $1.50. Right? I'm glad I don't smoke like actual cigarettes anymore. Like I see people go into a Circle K here, and for the generic, not even for the name brand, for the generic, one pack is $12.99. For a pack of Marlboro Reds here in Phoenix, it's like $14 to $15 for one pack. Like, holy shit. I know a guy that went in there because Circle K was running a promo that if you buy 2 packs of cigarettes, you get one free. And he was literally paying $32.99 for 2 packs and getting that third pack free. And I'm like, $32.99. A carton of cigarettes when I was 12 was like $21.99. Like, oh shit. I mean, it impacts everything. Ever since the federal government deemed e-cigarettes and vaping as, nicotine products, this small little 60-ounce bottle of e-juice is $17.45. This will last me 4 days. At the way that I vape, it lasts me 4 days. It might last somebody a week, but it lasts me 4 days. But I went from being a 2-pack a day smoker down to, vaping on a 60 milliliter bottle of e-juice in 4 days. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna hold you guys up anymore. I'm gonna let you guys go. I've been on for about an hour and a half. It's like 8 minutes till midnight. I just wanted to hang out here and talk with you guys and just whatever. So I appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out with me. Thank you guys very much. As sometimes I don't like being alone, but sometimes like something like this, you guys will never know like how much you guys really do for me in life. Maybe one day when I do meet you guys in person, I can convey that to you guys. Yeah, because sometimes I get in my own head. Sometimes I can feel sad just for whatever reasons. Like there's a lot of fucked up shit in my head, and I use this as an outlet to just like keep my sanity. So you guys have a great, awesome weekend. Get some rest, get some sleep with the angels, and yeah, I'll just pay attention to my social media. I'll let you guys know how things are going. Until then, I'll see you guys later on. And of course, the videos I dropped this week too. You guys will see those. Peace.